Hi everyone, so today we're going to mark the Grade 1 ABRSM Discovering Music Theory workbook. So you can buy the answer book for this, however it would be just as easy to go through it with me. I'm just going to read them out. Obviously this is designed for students who I teach, so obviously if you're watching from YouTube and I don't teach you, if you have any questions just pop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer it. But most of the people watching, I should imagine, are my own students. So I'm going to go through one chapter at a time. This video will have every chapter in the whole book marked. However, I know that you'll probably only do one chapter per week or one chapter every 2 weeks. So pause it after you've done your chapter and marked it. Try the chapter, the next one, on your own at home during the week or 2 weeks, and then pop this YouTube video back on and you can have a look at marking the other one. Definitely, please don't cheat. Do not look ahead and find all the answers. That is illegal. And we'll have the music police coming. Okay, so let's do it, people. So, circle, minim, 2, crotchet looking notes. You've got your note head plus your stem, 1, quaver, and you've got note head plus stem, and then you've got your tail going off to the right. Okay, then you circle the middle, the first, semi-breve, 1 count and 3 counts. You want a circle, so it's 4 beats, 1 beat, 4 beat, 2 beat, 4, 2, 1 and half. I'll let you read through this. Watch out, a lot of people have been seeing these and just writing 1, or like here writing half and half. That's not what it asks you. It asks you to mark out the beats. If you're stuck with this at all, just ask me in the lesson. For example, when you got the 2 beat here, make sure that's nicely spaced out. You won't get marks if you don't space this out properly, yeah? So these beats are what we count in our head whilst we play these notes on piano. Okay? Just be really careful again. You see I've circled these quavers. These are danger points. When you get quavers, you need a whole beat to take all of those up. So do be careful there. Okay, so that should give you enough time to have had a look through that. If it's not, obviously pause the video, check it. True, false, true, false, true. Watch out for this one. It says 3/4 tells you there are 3 crotchet beats. It's not asking for notes, so you are allowed 3 beats in the bar, because beats are what we hear in our head. That's what we count. The notes, if they were actually written, that would be false, but this is beats. Okay? 3, 4, 2, 4. Crotchet, 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 minim, crotchet, minim, semi-breve. Semi-breve, crotchet, and semi-breve. Bar line, going to point them out. But you'll need to pause the video, perhaps, to make sure you can follow this through. You can see where these all are. Good, the orange we don't need to do. On to pitch. So, if you haven't done pitch yet, don't look at this. Don't look, people. Okay, you can turn it off there. If you need to mark pitch, on we go. First one, last one, last one. C, B, E, D. Faded, badge, bed. C, B, G, G, B, C, A, E, F, A, D. And where I'm going quite fast, you can pause it if you need to. That's C, A, B, B, E, A, D, E, D, G, E, D, D, E, C, B, F, G, B. This is not asking you if a D is higher than an F. This is saying, is the answer to question D, which is a C in bass clef, higher than an F, which is a F in treble clef. Okay, so the answer is F, because the F is higher. And then which is lower? Which is lower? Right, C, let's have a look. That's the top E, or H. Well, that should be the answer of which note is lower. Which note is lower? So it sounds like they want us to write a note. The B is lower. I think what we need to do, we just put H there, yeah? Because they've asked us, is it C or H? So they've been quite specific. So H is lower, which means it's a B. That's a bit of a funny question. It's a bit naughty, really. I think, especially for younger ones, like the reception in year ones, if parents are watching this too, that's quite tough. Okay, take the first one. Bass, bass, treble, treble, bass, treble. Here we've got cross, cross, tick, cross, cross, tick, cross, tick. Yeah, watch out for this. If you've got a note which goes upwards, because these these stems need to always go towards the middle. If you're on the middle note, it can go up or down, doesn't matter. But if it goes up, it looks like a D, and it has to go on the right-hand side. If it goes down, it will look like a P, and it has to go on the left-hand side. There are no exceptions. Okay, C, B, E, B, and you're going to need to double check that the tails or the stems are going the correct way, and also that if it's going up, it's on the right hand side, and if it's going down, it's on the left hand side. Here is wrong, true, wrong, and true. Okay, on to rhythm. If you've done the pitch ones now, well done. I'll save this bit for next week. If you need to do rhythm, here we go. True, false, false, true, true. 4, 2, 4, and 4. Arrow going to the first one, arrow going to the lowest, arrow going to the middle. Here's the beats. I'll give you a moment to look through. You can see I've circled how they will take up all of this. So for example, this one here needs to take up all those 4 semiquavers. Do feel free to pause the video as necessary, because this might take a bit more looking up and down. And then this is 4, 4, 2, and 3. As you go through this one, you will tick the first one, and the last one, and then the ones that you tick that you know are correct, you will then add the beats on. Obviously, you know things like this, it's impossible to be correct, because it's written 1, and it goes over enough beats that there's a big hole in the middle, so that's not right. You can see here it's meant to be all joined up and really nice and neat. On we go. So you got 4 beats, the rest hangs off the line. This is literally just a copy. Then minim, this sits on the 3rd line, goes up, crotchet, you draw the crotchet, right 1, semi-quaver, looks like the semi-quaver here. Just watch out, if you see it printed on paper, you can have a little bobble and then it goes up. When we draw it, we're allowed to just do a quick line and then down. That's a half. Semi-quaver, make sure it's got the 2 tails. It looks like the semi-quaver, copy it from there without the bobbles, and that's a quarter. Wrong, true, true, wrong. That's in 4. You can see how the beats are divided. That's in 2. That's in 4, and that's in 3. Again, you can pause that so you can double check your answers. Anything you get stuck with, ask me in the lesson. You can tell I'm just blitzing through this because this needs to be almost as quick as how you do it from the answer booklet. Draw quaver, draw semi-quaver, draw a minim, draw a quaver, crotchet, semi-quaver rest, quaver rest, crotchet rest, quaver rest, crotchet rest. Here you can have or. Okay, if it sits on the 4th line, if it sits on the 3rd line and goes upwards, that's a minim rest. So in this case, that would actually work because it's 2 beats. It can also hang off the 4th line, which you say, wait a minute, hanging off the 4th line is a 4-beat note. But actually, hanging off the 4th line can also mean it's a whole bar rest. So yes, so that's an option. And then we've got our bar lines as follows. This is just a maths question. So you can tick these off. This one's an interesting one because it's always after the quavers. Again, if you're watching with your parents, you can pause this. This one I did. I normally say don't do the orange ones. You don't need to do this bottom bit, but this was really cool. So you draw the quaver rest and the quaver, crotchet rest, crotchet. This one looks like a hat because the minim sitting on the 3rd line would be a hat. And then the rest hanging from the 4th line. When you are doing rests on their own, you don't actually need to draw all 5 lines. As long as it's sitting on a line going up, that's 2. If it's hanging off a line, that's 3. Again, well done if you've done that. On to pitch, if not. B flat, D flat, G sharp, C sharp, A flat, B flat. Tick first, tick the first, tick the last, tick the last, tick the first. Exercise 3, tick the last, the first, and the last. Exercise 4, F, B flat, B flat, B, B, E flat. You don't need to do the challenge. On to exercise 5, semitone, 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 tone, semitone, semitone, tone, tone. Good, if you get stuck with this, just watch out. You can use your pencil, or if you've got your keyboard there, that's helpful, but you can use your pencil. Push it in here. As you go to the next one that you hit, that's your semitone, yeah? So for example, this is actually quite awkward because you just get white notes, that's no good. You need to be pushed in. If I go black, if I go white, go onto my black one, that's the neighbouring note, that's called a semitone. If I want to find a tone, I just go 2 of them. So I go, here's my first note, so I go +1, and +2, there's my tone. If I just go +1, that's my semitone. Easy as that. Here, we need to add an accidental. For sharp, that's to the right, flat to the left, natural is meaning the original note, to the note that's marked. In each of these pairs to make a semitone, or a tone apart as indicated. So this one wants it a semitone apart, so that's an A to a G sharp, that's an E to a D sharp, because that's a semitone. This wants a tone, so B to a C, put a C sharp. That would need natural, because it's semitone. Tone, that's an F to an E flat. I'm checking, by the way, these bass clefs and treble clefs before I do it, right? So in bass clef, I've got G sharp and an F. That needs to be an F sharp. Okay, semitone, I've got a D. That needs to go to an E flat. And that needs to go to be a semitone to a natural. Okay, well done if you've done pitch, onto rhythm. So this is adding up, I guess. Right, the total number of crotchet beats for each of these tied notes. So it's literally just adding up. 3, 4, 3, 1, and that's 2.5. Add one note in each box to show the total value of the tied notes. Okay, so that'd be worth 4. That'd be worth 1. When I'm saying these, I'm not actually writing numbers anymore, you see. I'm drawing the notes that's worth it. This would be worth 1, so it's a crotchet. 4, so it's a semi-breve. And that's worth a quaver. Okay, on we go. So this wants us to join the box notes with ties and number the beats. Okay, nice. So I think let's just go ahead and get rid of all the ties. Ties go the opposite side to where the tails are. That's how I know where to draw them. Yeah, always the opposite side to the tails. And then we write the beats in. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I know how many beats to write because it's got 4. Then I'm just dividing it up. Obviously, I'm quite quick at it because I've been doing it a while. You know when you get really good at it because you can speak and it doesn't affect how fast you go. And obviously you can just copy this. This C means common times, so that's in 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 takes up all those, 2, 3, and 4th on that final beat. Okay, hopefully we're all doing good so far. Exercise 4, rewrite these tied notes as a dotted note of the same duration. Okay, so this is 1.5. Another 1.5. A dotted note of the same duration. Okay, I see. Right, that's a 3. No hole in the middle here. That is a quaver plus a dot, because obviously the dots equal the half, and you can check this with your parents here. Or if you're doing it on your own, you can check it if you're an adult learning with me. I do teach quite a lot of adults, obviously, so just excuse me if I say with parents. Okay, then we've got exercise 5. So it says you need to add a dot to one note in each melody to make the bars add up to the correct number of beats. Ooh, exciting. So that needs to become a 3. Note in each melody, just one dot in each melody. Okay, so this is 2, 2. This isn't right. That should be a dotted one. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and that's a no, something's amiss here. That needs a dot on it. Yeah, there we go. That's good because that's 1.5. Plus half is 2. Yeah, okay. Answer each musical sum with one note. Oh my days. Okay, there's 2 plus 2. Well, that equals 4. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Plus half, plus 3/4. Okay, plus a quarter. Right, that's going to equal 3. Okay, rewrite these notes in order to form the longest to the shortest. Don't get caught out. Make sure you start with long. So here's the longest. 3 beats, then 2 beats, then 1.5, then 1, and then half. It's interesting for you guys to see me do this in real time. I didn't realise these weren't filled out, so obviously I'm having to do it as we go. Okay, add the time signatures of these bars. When you write time signatures, they do this huge box, right? But actually time signatures should always be between the 5 lines, yeah? In between the 5 lines, not over. So that's 1, 2, 3. So that's 3, 4. That's 4, 4. That's 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, and that's 3, 4. So there, you can see how fast you can get at it eventually. Tick one box for each question to show which bar is grouped correctly. It's going to be this one. I'm not even going to bother looking at the others because my first beat needs to be grouped. This has got random gap and that's got random gap, so no point looking at them. It's going to be this one because that's 1 and that's 2. 1, 2, 3, that's going to be that one. And, ooh, it's a tough one. So look, that's not right. That's just crazy weird. So it's got to be this one. So it's middle, end, first, middle. Okay. Exercise 10, add the 3 missing bars to each, add the 3 missing bar lines to each of these melodies. Okay, so there's 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. With that 3, you push the bar line back because that 3 would take quite a lot of space. And again here, pushing the bar line back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Bar line. Okay, well done. We'll leave it there, and then we'll do the scales in the next video. Thanks very much for watching.